Tesla Semi is steadily gaining a dominant position in the U.S. heavy-duty electric truck market, capturing nearly 90% of all clean truck vouchers issued through California's Clean Transportation Incentive Program. At the same time, major competitors like Daimler Truck, Volvo Trucks, and PACCAR have struggled to keep pace. PACCAR, for example, has not yet reached even 100 approved units, showing just how quickly the market is shifting toward Tesla. Based on recent public order data, Tesla Semi has now exceeded 950 confirmed or committed units, with an estimated total value of more than $230 million. Key customers include major transportation and logistics companies such as HVIP, with about 370 trucks, UPS with over 120 units, Walmart with around 130 trucks, and PepsiCo with 100 trucks. Tesla has also launched pilot programs with companies including DHL, J.B. Hunt, Big F Transportation, and NFI Containers. These developments make it clear that Tesla Semi has moved well beyond the prototype stage and is now entering large-scale commercial deployment. A major driver behind this growth is California's HVIP program, the Hybrid and Zero-Emission Truck and Bus Voucher Incentive Project, operated by the California Air Resources Board since 2010. Today, it stands as the largest clean truck incentive program in the United States. Under the program, qualifying heavy-duty electric trucks can receive incentives ranging from $120,000 to $240,000. That amount can cover nearly half the cost of a Tesla Semi long-range model, which is priced at roughly $290,000. California is also planning to expand electric truck incentives significantly, with projected funding expected to surpass $1 billion by 2030 to accelerate the transition toward electric freight transportation. But the true significance of the HVIP program goes beyond the financial subsidies. To qualify for vouchers, fleet operators must provide financial documentation, operational plans, vehicle-specific details, and legally binding purchase commitments within an 18-month period. This means the roughly 965 vouchers connected to Tesla Semi are not just speculative pre-orders. They represent real commitments for deployment across California's freight network. Another major change is happening in the type of customers adopting Tesla Semi. In the early stages, most orders came from companies like PepsiCo, Walmart, and Costco, businesses that own goods and are motivated by sustainability goals, ESG initiatives, and brand image. Now, however, demand is increasingly coming from freight carriers themselves. Unlike retailers or shippers, these transportation companies focus almost entirely on operating costs per mile rather than marketing or environmental messaging. That's why interest from professional freight operators such as Watt EV, MDB Transportation, and Covenant Logistics is especially significant. Covenant Logistics recently began a multi-week Tesla Semi pilot program in California, operating real-world zero-emission freight routes covering nearly 500 miles. This is no longer just a technology demonstration. It is a direct test of real commercial performance, including fuel savings, charging efficiency, operating economics, and day-to-day logistics capability. Tesla is also preparing to bring the Semi to Europe around 2027. The European Standard Range version is expected to offer approximately 550 kilometers of range, a tri-motor powertrain producing up to 800 kilowatts, support for ultra-fast MCS charging, and the ability to recover about 60% of its range in only 30 minutes. These specifications indicate that Tesla is positioning the Semi as a global electric freight platform rather than a product designed only for the U.S. market. More importantly, an increasing share of HVIP vouchers is now being secured by freight carriers, companies that prioritize profitability and operational efficiency above all else. When traditional transportation businesses begin investing hundreds of millions of dollars into Tesla Semi, it signals that the economics of heavy-duty electric trucking may finally be turning decisively in Tesla's favor. One of the biggest reasons behind Tesla Semi's growing success is not just its battery size or motor power, but its completely redesigned aerodynamic design, a factor that plays a critical role in overall efficiency. Tesla understands that for a heavy-duty truck traveling hundreds of miles every day, the biggest challenge is not hauling cargo or climbing steep grades, but overcoming air resistance. At highway speeds, nearly half of the Tesla Semi's energy consumption goes toward pushing air out of the way. In simple terms, the truck spends its entire day driving against an invisible wall of air resistance. SLHTOS, a very different strategy when developing the Semi. Instead of simply converting an existing diesel truck into an electric vehicle like many competitors have done, the company designed the truck entirely from the ground up with aerodynamics as a primary focus. Because of this approach, Tesla Semi achieves a drag coefficient of around 0.40, which is dramatically lower than most traditional Class 8 diesel trucks that usually operate between 0.65 and 0.70. Some early prototype tests even suggested Tesla was aiming for an even lower drag coefficient of about 0.36. This difference is extremely important because aerodynamic resistance increases rapidly at higher speeds. For trucks traveling continuously at highway speeds of 65 to 70 miles per hour, even small improvements in aerodynamics can save huge amounts of energy over time. Tesla optimized nearly every part of the Semi's design to reduce drag. The front of the truck is smoother and more rounded, the windshield is sharply angled, and the gap between the cab and trailer has been minimized. Traditional side mirrors have been replaced with cameras to improve airflow, while the rear structure is shaped to reduce turbulence behind the truck. These design choices are not just for futuristic styling. They are based on physics and are essential for making an electric heavy-duty truck operate efficiently. One of the biggest advantages of this aerodynamic design is that Tesla can use a much smaller battery pack while still maintaining long driving range. This is one of the most important, yet often overlooked, breakthroughs of the Tesla Semi. According to documents from the California Air Resources Board, the long-range Tesla Semi uses a battery pack of approximately 822 kilowatt-hours, far smaller than the nearly 1 megawatt-hour battery many analysts originally expected. Despite the smaller battery, the truck can still travel close to 500 miles while carrying a full 82,000-pound load, which is the legal freight limit in the United States. This demonstrates how much Tesla has improved the truck's total energy efficiency. By optimizing the entire system, Tesla achieved the same range with a battery that is roughly 80 to 100 kilowatt-hours smaller than early predictions. A smaller battery also makes the truck significantly lighter. Tesla says the standard range Semi weighs under 20,000 pounds, while the long-range version weighs about 23,000 pounds. Reducing vehicle weight further improves efficiency because the truck requires less energy to move. This creates a continuous cycle of energy optimization that is extremely difficult to achieve when adapting older diesel truck platforms for electric use. Tesla currently estimates the Semi's energy consumption at only about 1.7 kilowatt-hours per mile, while some real-world pilot programs have reported efficiency figures as low as 1.64 kilowatt-hours per mile. For comparison, a traditional Class 8 diesel truck consumes energy equivalent to around 5.5 kilowatt-hours per mile. That means Tesla Semi is roughly 3 times more energy efficient than a conventional diesel-powered truck. The financial impact of this efficiency could be massive. Current fleet estimates suggest the Tesla Semi may reduce fuel costs by approximately 50 cents to 65 cents per mile. Over a service life of around 500,000 miles, total fuel savings could exceed $300,000 per truck. In the trucking industry, where profit margins are often very small, savings on that scale could completely reshape fleet economics. Better aerodynamics also improve charging performance because the truck uses less energy overall. After each trip, the Semi requires less electricity to recharge. Tesla's megacharger system currently delivers charging speeds of around 1.2 megawatts, allowing the truck to recover approximately 60% to 70% of its range in just 30 minutes. This charging time aligns much more naturally with mandatory driver rest periods in the United States, unlike many earlier electric truck models that required vehicles to remain parked for several hours. Perhaps most importantly, Tesla's aerodynamic advantage may be difficult for competitors to copy quickly. Traditional manufacturers like Daimler Truck and Volvo Trucks are still building electric trucks using older diesel-based cab designs. Tesla took a completely different route by engineering the Semi as a dedicated electric vehicle from day one. As a result, every component of the truck is designed around reducing energy consumption rather than adapting outdated diesel architecture. That is why Tesla Semi looks so different from conventional trucks. Its futuristic appearance is not simply about style. It is the direct result of engineering focused on efficiency and the realities of physics. If Tesla wanted to make electric trucks economically practical on a massive commercial scale, solving the charging challenge was absolutely critical. And that challenge is now turning into one of Tesla Semi's biggest competitive advantages. One of the main reasons Tesla Semi did not expand rapidly during its early years was not because of the truck itself, but because of the lack of charging infrastructure. Tesla is now beginning to solve that issue in a much more practical and scalable way. The long-range Tesla Semi currently offers about 500 miles of driving range, and Tesla's megacharger system can restore roughly 60% to 70% of that range in just 30 minutes. This is especially important for the trucking industry because U.S. federal regulations already require truck drivers to take mandatory rest breaks after long driving periods. Tesla's strategy is simple but effective. Turn those mandatory rest stops into charging sessions instead of forcing trucks to remain idle for hours, as many earlier electric truck models did. However, charging speed was never the biggest obstacle. The real issue was the enormous cost of building charging infrastructure. Industry estimates suggest that installing a single megawatt-level charging station for heavy-duty electric trucks can cost between $180,000 and $200,000 once grid upgrades, transformers, and electrical distribution systems are included. For many small and medium-sized freight companies, that cost is nearly as high as purchasing a brand new Tesla Semi itself, which currently starts around $290,000 for the long-range version. As a result, a company trying to deploy just 10 electric trucks could face millions of dollars in additional infrastructure expenses alone. This is one of the key reasons why Tesla Semi's commercial rollout progressed more slowly than many expected, despite the massive media attention surrounding the truck. But 2026 is beginning to look like a major turning point, largely because of companies like Forum Mobility. Forum Mobility is a charging infrastructure and fleet management company backed by Amazon and CBRE. Its business model could dramatically simplify electric truck adoption. Instead of requiring every freight operator to build and own private charging stations, Forum Mobility develops centralized charging depots and allows multiple trucking companies to share access through recurring monthly payments. This model removes the need for operators to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars up front on charging equipment. Instead, companies simply pay operational fees, similar to how businesses use shared office spaces or co-working environments. This shift is extremely important because most trucking companies in the United States are small or medium-sized businesses operating relatively small fleets. Many simply do not have the financial resources to electrify their operations under the traditional ownership model. Even before opening, the site has already helped generate approximately 60 Tesla Semi orders, including 40 trucks from Big F Transportation and 20 from Nicarainer Freight Line. These companies operate around the ports of Los Angeles and Long Beach, which together form the busiest container freight hub in the United States. What makes this especially significant is that these operators are not under the same ESG or sustainability pressure as corporations like Walmart or PepsiCo. They are not buying Tesla Semi for branding or environmental marketing purposes. They are investing because the economics are finally becoming attractive. In the trucking industry, profit margins are often extremely small. Any reduction in fuel or maintenance costs can create a major competitive advantage. Traditional heavy-duty diesel trucks typically achieve only around 6 to 7 miles per gallon, and diesel prices have remained highly unpredictable in recent years, putting enormous pressure on freight operators. Tesla Semi directly addresses this problem with a far more efficient electric drivetrain. Tesla has previously stated that the Semi consumes less than 2 kilowatt-hours per mile, even under heavy load conditions. In addition, commercial electricity prices are generally much more stable than diesel fuel prices. The savings go beyond energy costs alone. Tesla is also expanding Semi production capacity at its Nevada factory, where the company aims to eventually produce around 50,000 trucks annually. If Tesla reaches that scale, it will be doing far more than simply manufacturing electric trucks. The company would control an entire electric freight ecosystem, including batteries, charging infrastructure, fleet management software, megachargers, and energy storage systems. That level of vertical integration remains extremely difficult for traditional competitors like Daimler Truck and Volvo Trucks to fully replicate. Taken together, all of these developments suggest that Tesla Semi is slowly moving beyond the technology demonstration phase and entering true, large-scale commercial deployment. And if shared charging infrastructure models like Forum Mobility continue to expand, Tesla could finally gain access to thousands of small and medium-sized trucking companies, the very businesses that make up the majority of the multi-trillion-dollar global freight industry.